Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta, a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories happening in the city. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Ronndell with 2 N's and Million.
Hey.
And the Falcons has a new head coach, y'all, and it's actually the guy that you said would be the worst pick. I remember you saying this is Kevin Stefanski.
Bruh, what? Falcons, y'all hate us. Y'all hate us. Y'all, how we lose on our day off? Like, how do you lose on your day off, Falcons? You had one thing to do, and that was to get Mike Tomlin to come to the Falcons. That was it. Mike Tomlin, he said he was done. All we had to do was interview him, bring him to the Falcons. That was it. That's all y'all had to do. Matt Ryan, we brought you back in the office for a reason, and you fumbled. You fumbled. I am pissed. I am so mad. Forget you, Million. Forget you, Million. I do not want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. This is terrible for the Falcons. We do not want to see this.
I think I deserve like an apology.
You don't deserve
I
nothing.
told you so.
You did
This
say.
is Matt Ryan's call. Matt Ryan is in charge of hiring the new Matt Ryan as the president is in charge of hiring the head coach and the GM, and he got our head coach.
We don't even got good stats on this man. Like, I wanted to read, like, oh, man, Kevin Stefanski is this and the third. Bruh, coach of the year a few times. That's it. But other than that, bruh, what we talking about?
Okay, so for the people in the back, why is he such a bad coach decision?
He has a losing record as a coach. He's just not a winning coach, like, at all. Like, has nothing win. He is a head coach, but he has no winning tendencies about him. And on top of that, Michael Penix looks like you will never play. Kirk Cousins look like you'll be starting for the whole season. Mike, you might as well go ahead and put your helmet to the side and find another team because I doubt he starts you.
Why do you say that?
Mike, dude, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say what I really want to say.
Okay.
But, you know, Mike Penix, you're not going to play, bro. You're not going to play.
Okay, so his record, Kevin Stefanski's overall record is 45-56 when he was with the Cleveland Browns.
Is that good or bad?
That's like half and half.
That's
Okay.
that's
like
decent.
that's like 50. It's almost
stretching
like
it.
like 40-something%.
Okay.
Like, it's not really much. It's a losing record
Okay.
regardless.
Okay.
And then also his record this season, it was 8 wins and 26 losses.
Oh.
Our previous coach, Raheem Morris, had 16 wins and 18 losses.
What?
Yeah. So he had a losing record, and his overall percentage last season was 23.5%. Now, this is probably what Matt Ryan was thinking in his mind when he hired him.
Oh, I would love to hear this.
Probably, yeah. I'm gonna probably just say it's the fact that he was able to bring the worst team in the NFL in history to the playoffs. He didn't bring them to no Super Bowl, but they made it to like a wild card one year in 2020, and then they made it to a wild card in 2023 also.
Okay, so it makes some degree of sense.
No, Lana.
being
What?
being a coach,
No, makes no sense.
being a coach, and like your only good thing about being hired is that you brought a team to the playoffs twice is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then can anybody answer this? I think I've asked you this before, but like what is the point of bringing a losing coach onto a team that has been losing and hoping that they will just not lose here when they've been losing and everybody's been losing? How do you factor in anything?
It's a great question. I have the same. What? Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we bringing in a losing coach to come coach a... Bro, our team has so much potential. All we needed was one person to fill this puzzle piece. And Ryan, you did not do it. You did not do it, bro. You went from 28-3. We lost that. And now you lost this. God, I'm so stressed out, bro. All I want us to do is be a winning team. That's it. I'm a diehard Falcons fan. I just want us to win. I want us to win a Super Bowl. That's it, bro. If we win one, then I'll go to another team. I'll bandwagon another one. But for right now, I just need us to win one. Now find another team to bandwagon.
I told you it was a bad idea to have Matt Ryan as the president.
You did.
I said a loser is going to make loser decisions. His career was a losing career, and he made a loser decision as the president. Hopefully, he proves me wrong, but as of right now, I think it's an L. Overall, I think it's an L.
It is.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. In the meantime, we have got to talk about the water in Atlanta. Some of y'all have noticed it's been smelling and tasting a little musty.
Yeah.
And this is actually a story that's kind of had some legs because the first time when we looked it up, people started mentioning it was actually back in November. So this just kind of came up in the conversation a couple of days ago in January 2026. And there have been people and businesses across the city basically who have been reporting that their tap water tastes like mildew. And so that means that the food.
What? Why is that funny?
But that's gross. Imagine that. How does something like the fact that I've smelled mildew, but I've never actually tasted it?
Yeah.
True.
Because they're saying that the drinks that is made with the water and the food made with the water also taste like mildew. Nasty.
Yeah.
So, issue affects fountain drinks, teas, and the taste of some foods, not just the plain tap water. And authorities think that it might be because of algae. Specifically, it is something that I'm going to attempt to pronounce. So please just, appreciate my strength. 2-methyl methylisoborneol.
Ooh, okay.
Well, you don't know if that's right, dog. You don't even know if that's right. You're just saying all right.
Okay.
But you could just call it MIB.
Yes, MIB for short. It is an organic compound produced by algae. It's apparently not considered a health risk, which is good, but it has a taste and odor.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's commonly found in lakes, rivers, and reservoirs. And apparently, because of the whatever algae it is, humans can detect an extremely low level of it because of the putrid smell. So it could only be like a little speck of it, and we'll be able to smell it. So the fact that it's in our water is crazy, but it's not harmful to humans.
Really?
That's what they allege. That's what they're saying.
Well, it's 2026. If you don't have a filter on anything in your house, like for water, like I don't know what you're doing. I wouldn't drink anything that's unfiltered.
Out the tap.
Yeah, everything has to be filtered.
And I used to think people were bougie when you went to a restaurant. They'd be like, "Do you want tap or bottle?" I'd be like, "Girl, if you don't get no tap water, it's fine." Now I'm like, "Oh my God, you're drinking the tap."
Really get bougie, get the sparkling,
Yes.
Really want to get bougie, get some sparkling water.
So y'all have filters on the water?
Oh, this man is broke. This man is.
I'm trying to level up here.
I'm
trying to elevate. So you have filters on the water faucet?
No, we have filters inside of like our refrigerator, or there's a filter station at the crib.
Oh, you have filters on your refrigerator.
Yeah.
Just like the natural you're talking about refrigerator.
And then also there's this filter, man, this is filter machine that it's like silver.
Yeah.
It's really tall. It filters water. That water tastes like great glacier water, bro. It's so good.
I don't even trust the refrigerator water. I really don't. Not even that filter. We distill the water at my house.
Oh, see.
So literally like it's like a big machine that distills the water, drips into like this big glass canister, and you use it, and it's supposed to take all the crap that's in tap water. I don't know the brand. Okay. It's just like, you can just look it up. Water distiller, if you're interested. Some of them very expensive, but it's worth it when you think about 100%. Just what could be in the water. So apparently, officials are saying a seasonal cold snap may naturally reduce the issue. So this may just kind of go away because it's winter anyway. And y'all know it's supposed to snow on Saturday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What does that? Wait, what does that have to do with anything?
A seasonal cold snap may reduce the issue. You don't be listening.
My bad.
Okay, lots of other big issues are going around in the city. In fact, we got a little sprinkle of ICE activity that people are kind of sounding off about right now. There has been actually a few, I would say, I don't want to say protests, but get-togethers, I would say, where people have tried to say, like, hey, we don't want ICE here. Other people support ICE, of course. So, like Minnesota and like around the country, you got people who are for and against what ICE is doing. So we can tell you that part of the problem for people here is not knowing the condition of the facilities and just the condition that the people who they are picking up are having to live through. Mm-hmm. And recently, a man apparently died in ICE custody in a Clayton County facility. This is according to the Mexican consulate.
Yep. A 34-year-old Mexican man. Yep. His name was Heber Dominguez.
Yep.
And he died to apparent suicide. This is the second death of a Mexican national at the same facility within the same year.
Wow.
In June of last year, Jesus Molina, 45, was found unconscious by his bed also. So they're saying that it was a suicide.
How much of that do we believe?
Well, the Mexican consulate has requested clarification about his death. Like, they want a little bit more detail.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. I would too. That sounds great. I mean, that sounds a little fishy.
There is an immigration advocate who is basically saying, like, you need greater transparency of what's going on behind closed doors there and an investigation into these ICE deaths that are happening in their custody. And this person, this immigration advocate who was speaking is basically saying, like, look, we got concerns about medical neglect here and, like, literally how they are treated behind bars wherever they're being held. And I've actually seen interviews of people who have been held who have described terrible conditions.
Yeah.
Right.
Saying, like, sometimes they don't let us go to the bathroom. Sometimes they're having women go to the bathroom in front of male officers. Sometimes they're not giving us water. Sometimes they won't let us make a call. Just people going through any kind of health condition that they may have gotten even while being swept up aren't being treated. One guy was saying, like, he thought he did die. It was one of the immigrants that were taken to one of those prisons that are in a different country, one of those holding facilities, I guess, that are in another country, was saying, like, we thought we were basically dead because of how we were being treated. You could look that up, that interview, but it does go to show, I mean, for me, yeah, you are accused of sneaking into this country illegally, but how much of this kind of treatment do you deserve because of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also goes. I mean, that's just like with the prison system. It's like, yo, we're treating these people not like humans. At the end of the day, these are still people.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Y'all are mad that they come in here and illegal and X, Y, Z. But dog, at the end of the day, these are still humans, bruh. Like, these are animals, and not to say you got to treat animals bad either, but these are people. Like, at least treat them with some type of respect, some type of something, some substance. You know what I mean? That'd be my only thing.
Yeah, there's something to that for sure, because there's reports that say that these people in the ICE facilities are staying way longer than what they're supposed to be staying in anyways, because of backlogs and things like that. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to stay in practice for about a month or so, but some people have been reported to have stayed there for about a year.
Wow.
Yeah. But my question is, do y'all think that it's just the facility though? You don't think that maybe it's like, is any chance that the man could have possibly did that because he got caught, because he doesn't want to go back to his country?
We don't know. We
question.
could never, first of all, we've officially been told suicide, but we like, they're saying we would like the details, a bit more transparency behind what could have all played into that. Yeah, we have no idea what played into that. Maybe he didn't want to go back. Maybe he was being mistreated. Maybe he just thought, what's the point? Maybe he was suffering in there and wanted to end his suffering in there. We don't know why he would have, allegedly committed suicide. But I guess I would ask people who are supportive of these efforts, which, again, there are a lot of people who say, like, even if they're not criminals, we support, what ICE is doing because we want to get illegal immigrants out of the country. I get it. I guess my question is, when you see all of what we're seeing in Minnesota and around the country with these ICE skirmishes around the country where, like, these communities are getting agitated, and you can blame the Democrats even for that, for just, like, ramping up the rhetoric and getting everybody all wound up, whatever. The point is, it's happening. What are we really getting from this? Like, has your life really changed now that we're having illegal immigrants hogtied in the streets and sent to these ICE facilities where they're going through all this stuff? Like, has your life really improved that much where, like, this is all worth it? Like, even if I support the idea, which, I'm whatever, I don't know if I necessarily support it. I support getting criminals out the country. You know what I mean? Don't come to America and commit crazy crimes.
Yeah.
Like, this is, but, like, has your life really gotten any better now that they're doing this?
Flat out.
I don't know.
No, that's a valid point.
I mean, yeah, it's a valid point. Has their life gotten any better from doing this? Right.
I just felt there might have been a better way.
Yeah, there's a better way of getting them out of here. But do y'all still see why we are trying to get them out of here? I went down a loophole last night. I stayed here till like 8 o'clock. And I was just going down a loophole and just, looking at different sides of the perspective. There's millions of people. There's reports that says 4 million people are waiting right now to get their visas. 4 million people are waiting to get their green card and get access to get into America, while people are skipping the line.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Like, I get it, because in Mexico right now, for example, it says that the crime rate there and the murder rate there, the homicide rate in 2025 was 17.5 per 100,000 residents. That's extremely high. So I get why you would want to escape, and I completely understand it. But my question is, like, do you not understand that, like, what you're still doing is taking a risk. And with that risk comes some sort of consequence if you do get caught. I just don't understand why people are acting so surprised when they do get caught.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like you took that risk. Even though you've been here for 20 years, you should be in the back of your mind be thinking the whole entire time, I could possibly get caught by anybody at any moment, anytime. And it's like, what do you expect? I mean, it's illegal to come here illegally. There's people waiting. You cut the line. You took that risk. I'm not saying you should die for it though, 100%.
Yeah. And that's why I say, like, I understand why people support the effort, but like, and I've seen this, and I'm not trying to say bugs in relation to people, but this is just an example. I've seen someone say, you know, if I had bugs in my house and, you know, my mom is saying, well, I just don't even care. I'm just going to live with the bugs because I just don't really care that much. Maybe that's not the right answer. But like if dad says, yes, let's blow up the house to get rid of the bugs in the house. It's like, that's an option. You could burn down the house, but maybe there's a more surgical way we could just get some pest control and go through and do this versus street skirmishes in every city ICE shows up because just nobody cares and they're doing it so publicly. It just feels like there's got to be a better way to do this.
Right. Using that analogy, I thought she was going to take it a different angle. If you have bugs in your house and it's terrible in there, does that mean that you get to move into the next person's house?
What?
Does that mean that you move into your neighbor's house?
Well, I'm confused.
If you have bugs or whatever else is in your house, do you have the right to move into your neighbor's house?
In this case, you're saying bugs are problems. Let's say in your house. Can you go into your neighbor's house?
I see what you're saying.
I mean, I guess that's an interesting question, especially because when you think about what America was, it's a bunch of people who left their house to come to the neighbor's house. Like America was the neighbor's house until at some point we said, we got to cut this off. We're not doing this anymore. We got to get, a cap on this so we can kind of control who all is in the house. And some people are still just deciding, well, no, I'm going to show up anyway because y'all did. Other people are saying, I'm going to go through the right methods. And for them, it's like not fair to watch people sneak in. But at the same time, fraud is rampant in this country. You know what I mean? There's fraud rampant in the government.
Yeah,
it's exposed all the time and people go down, they get convicted for these crazy crimes. And it's like, I don't know. I think that personally, I really do genuinely believe that the illegal immigrant problem was not as big as some of the widespread multi-billion-dollar fraud cases that are robbing from Americans. Like if you want to put all this pressure on people who are usually poor, usually coming in to do jobs that, Americans don't really want to do, make sure there's still this same heat where you're hog-tying millionaires who are defrauding the healthcare system billions of dollars. I don't see that. I see them getting pardoned. Is what I see. So that's where I just think there's a lot of hypocrisy, but we can leave that right there if y'all want to. Do you want to respond? Final thoughts?
No, you got it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is a place I don't want it to just feel
for sure. Because there's other stories we're going to get to.
Yeah.
I got it.
And
real quick, I could just mention that the Gwinnett County Association of Educators did ask the sheriff to pause cooperation with ICE. And basically they're saying that they're concerned about enrollment and attendance in the schools. And they're trying to, make sure their community isn't fearful of ICE showing up and, making the kids afraid and, snatching up parents and stuff like that. So I think the latest update we just heard on that was that the sheriff was going to just have a discussion with this group and probably let them know, what the situation is. So we will keep an eye on that. Also, did you get a fake Verizon refund message after the outage last week?
Yeah, so my mom did. So
interesting.
For anybody that don't know, I remember telling you guys that Verizon was sending out $20. They were sending out a $20 credit, which I don't think was enough, but they were sending out a $20 credit for every Verizon person to redeem. And of course, Georgia gonna do what Georgia gonna do. Atlanta gonna do what Atlanta gonna do. They're gonna find a way to scam the system. So victims received unsolicited text messages or emails claiming to offer the compensation for the service disruption for, the Verizon outage. And the hook that they're using is a credit reward or a compensation link that looks official, but is designed in a malicious intent. All right. So if you ever get this email, if you're getting text messages from Verizon that don't look like Verizon and they're pretty good, because my mom showed me hers and they look pretty good, don't click on it, okay? Don't click on it, because then what happens is once you click on it, you got to give them all your information and stuff like that. And it's a data breach, they're able to, hack into whatever they need to hack into to get whatever they need to get. So, Yeah, man, they can't. $20, bruh. $20. That's what y'all scamming. Not even scamming the 20, but y'all scamming people's. Like, that's a time of need. Like, come on, man.
You know what's even crazier? The fact that, like, you did get scammed just for $20. If you just didn't respond to the message, you were only going to be out $20.
Well, they weren't scamming for the money. They were scamming for your data. They were scamming for your information.
I'm saying, so, like, this message basically said, like, it was about getting your refund.
Yeah.
So if I'm clicking on that, I'm thinking, oh, I'm getting my $20. And instead I got.
You got.
For $20.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
You know, you see, yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which sucks, though, because, moms, grandmoms,
come on, 20.
They getting got.
Yeah, y'all got me for the 20 is crazy.
Yeah. That is good to know. So please warn your parents and your grandparents. Because they don't know.
They
oh my
don't.
gosh. Okay. Can tell you what Georgia is going to do that is really cool. Georgia just issued $25 million in fines for these health insurance companies who are actually not giving people the mental health and substance abuse help that they're supposed to be getting. And this is something that you really wanted to talk about because you feel like you're pretty passionate about this.
Yeah, man, I'm sober. So, I feel as though here's the thing, they don't want people to use drugs and they don't want people to be out in the streets and they don't want people to, but they make it hard for people to get any of this help.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, make it make sense. How do you want somebody to get clean, but you don't help them get clean, or you don't make it easy for them to get clean, and then you're doing it the corrupt way and you're taking money? Bruh, these people need help. Folks need help. I needed help. So, I'm so blessed that I was able to help myself.
Yeah.
But, dog, it's people out there that can't do what I did, and they need these resources. So, for y'all to, I'm glad they're finding all these people. I'm glad. Find them all.
Because apparently this is kind of a multi-year investigation, because if you've been thinking like, man, this is something that I've run into myself and it's been going on for years, apparently it does take years to investigate. So what specifically happened here is that the health insurers are accused of violating mental health parity laws. And those are rules that require mental health and substance abuse help coverage to be treated like physical health coverage. So if I'm offering physical health coverage, I have to also give you mental and substance abuse help as well. And I can't make it harder to get to. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't make it something that you got to jump through all these extra hoops to get, or just limited, or whatever, acquire extra steps, extra approvals, nothing. It's supposed to be the same as physical health. And apparently the state found that there were 24,700 violations total across multiple companies. So this would be your companies like Oscar Health Insurance, who actually had the most fines for this, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Kaiser Foundation Health Plan, Cigna, Aetna, Alliant, Humana, United Healthcare, a lot of big name companies who were implicated in this. And it's like, you see the conversations about healthcare that there are, that people need this help. Exactly. So the fact that you guys could be just saying like, man, we're not going to do it, is crazy when you're a healthcare company.
Yeah, and then they wonder why people shoot up things and do this and do that and
go crazy.
Because y'all not helping them out.
You're killing me by a different name. You're killing me legally, potentially.
Come on, bro. Like, folks need a way, outlet. So folks need people. There are people that need people to talk to. And there are people that want to be clean. I understand that there's a lot of people that don't want to get clean. I get it. But there are people that want to be clean and want help. And y'all not even allow them to get help. That's selfish and that's messed up.
Yeah. Mental health matters just as much as physical health.
Facts.
Yeah.
If not more these days, because we're seeing these school shootings and, the conversation always goes to mental health, but then y'all want to say, well, it's going to be harder to get mental health.
Exactly.
Sorry. Mm-hmm. So what are we doing here as a country?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to leave that right there. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back, everybody. We have got to talk about a nurse in a Fulton County jail because she was just arrested for smuggling in marijuana and American deli food.
Yeah. Shout out to her, by the way.
Oh, my God.
Shout out to her. Naomi Marie Anthony, 34. She's a contracted nurse from Decatur employed by NapCare. And here's the thing. The scheme was unraveled when jail staff discovered an incriminating handwritten note. So she kind of dry snitched. Somebody dry snitched probably on her. The note detailed instructions of smuggling, bring in weed, food, put it in the trash for the inmate, and explicitly named the nurse and inmate Antonio McCrae, mentioning a payment of $1,300.
Wow.
Via Cash App. So, she got paid now. I ain't saying I wouldn't have done it. But here's the thing. I don't think a lot of people realize that this goes on in the prison system all the time. Like, I don't think people don't realize that these folks have cell phones. These folks have. My cousin was locked up, and he sent me a video of him eating Popeyes. Like, I lie to you not. Him eating Popeyes.
What?
They ate Domino's in there, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, this happens all the time, but it's more expensive to get it inside. So imagine you paying $1,300 for weed and some chicken wings. It's a lot of money for some chicken wings.
Well, not only that, apparently I saw that there was other contraband items as well. And marijuana, cigarettes, jewelry. Specifically matching rings for her and the inmate.
Come on now. You got to look fly in there. You got to look.
But matching, that's crazy. And an iPhone to communicate. And yes, specifically requested items from American Deli. That's crazy.
This is a jail love story right here, man. This is how it started. This was close to her about to probably, she was on the verge of probably like, all right, babe, now I got you all this. Now it's time to figure out a way to break you out. Now that's what I feel like that was coming to.
That's where that thing goes.
That's where it goes.
Sometimes, for real. Because it's crazy. The sheriff, Pat Labat, said that the woman admitted to being in a relationship with the inmate since like October 2025. It's like when that relationship started. So you're right. It starts with, hey, babe, can you bring me some chicken wings?
Exactly.
Hey, bust me out of here.
Hey, American Deli, you a real one though, man, for bringing American Deli in. You're a real one.
You would say that.
You're a real one,
You would
man.
say that.
You're a real one.
He loves American Deli.
I do. I love American Deli, and you're a real one for bringing American Deli in. So shout out to Naomi Marie. We ain't gonna see you for a while, but shout out to you.
That's what I'm saying too. Like, because $1,300. Why would you even need to pay $1,300 if this is your girlfriend doing it out of the kindness of her heart? What's the money for?
Oh, that's a good point. What was that bread for?
Got a good point.
You know,
I didn't even think of that.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
I didn't even think of that.
Hopefully, it's enough for bail.
Yeah. She didn't do that. I like that though. I like that though. I wish that more people will realize that this did happen. And yeah, I'm pretty sure if she did this once with him, he was about to start a whole little enterprise of people.
So true. What if people
to try to like come in and do this more often. You know what I'm saying?
I think it is sad, like the pressure that some of these officers and I guess nurses all feel when you're surrounded by people who are just people. Like these people who are criminals are just men. We're talking about, like in a men facility. And you see them just like being locked up. I'm not getting out of here for years. I just really want some American Deli. And you know that you could probably sneak it in there. But you're saying that there's a legal way to also bring in outside food. Popeyes, Domino's.
No, that's illegal as well. Girl, I wasn't saying that was legal.
Okay.
That was illegal too.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, they smuggle all that stuff in. All that stuff is getting smuggled.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, another crazy story coming out of Metro Atlanta. A funeral director apparently rushed into a burning building to save the remains inside. And I have many questions about this story.
So look, a major fire broke out Sunday afternoon at the Cook Brothers Funeral Directors and Cremations. The building is located, it's in Fairburn. All right. All human remains inside the facility were successfully evacuated and moved to secure secondary location.
Yes.
The cause of the fire is still under the investigation. Now, if I was a family, now hear me, ride with me. I
don't know where this is going.
If I was a family member and I was about to pay for cremation and this happened and I haven't paid yet, I would say, why didn't you leave him?
Leave him in there.
Why didn't you leave
Don't go get him
in the building? That would have saved me so much money.
That is probably why he ran in. You ain't about to get this for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's crazy to think about.
That's so wild.
That's what they said. The pastor, Tamarcus Cook, who was also the owner, ran into the burning building to get the remains out. And he did it against the advice of the first responders who literally tell you don't ever run into a burning building for any reason. You know what I mean? But yeah, 5 people's remains were inside the building at the time, and all 5 were removed before any damage occurred. So he was successful.
I think that's heroic, though.
What?
No, that's heroic. The fact that he actually loved his profession so much that he went in there and saved I think he values like the body, not life. He values what this life existence is, because he almost died. He could have died doing something.
He would have been right there with them.
Yeah, exactly.
He'd have been right there with them.
Right,
You know
exactly.
I think it depends, because you make a really good point. I think it depends on what the families actually wanted. Because if I really wanted to bury my loved one and I didn't want them to go down like that, then I would be thrilled that he ran it. You know what I mean? Like, thank you for like giving him a dignified death or hurt to death, whatever. But if I did want to cremate them, it'd be like, dang.
All jokes aside, that is a good thing that you did to go in there and get, because we don't know that somebody probably did want to bury one of their loved ones, but for the people that didn't, you're gonna have to be paying. You have to be paying.
I thought y'all was just like joking. Y'all understand why he grabbed it. I mean, if the whole entire thing is burning down, how you gonna find the ashes? Whose ashes you gonna find?
That's the point.
How can you even determine what ashes
you do this? Whose? Look, you do this right here.
Oh my god!
I was joking. This is crazy.
I thought y'all was joking. I was gonna let it ride. I think Dale is serious.
No, man, I'm joking.
No, you wouldn't want like rubble in your family's loved one.
I mean, let's be honest. We really don't know what happens when they do them cremations. We don't know how much of it is the buy-in and how much is it just dust. We don't know.
Now you just talking.
No, you don't know.
Now you just talking.
No, let's be real. You don't know what happens. You don't know what happens. We don't.
Okay, objectively speaking, you don't know what happens.
Exactly.
But like at the same time, no way do they just give you a...
Hey, they might just or they could give you a whole nother person.
And you can't really tell the difference.
You can't tell the difference. What you gonna do? Oh, that smells like, that smells like her. Let me put that over here. No, dog. You don't know.
This is terrible.
I'm just being real, though. I'm being real. So for them to cremate them and then the whole place burns down and you're trying to find the ashes of who you cremated.
Yeah, cremation's a little. I recently had an uncle cremated, and the idea, it really is. You know, you feel it's you. I mean, it's very jarring to be handed a box of your loved one,
of a person,
and I never even thought about the idea that what if it just wasn't that's not him? They could just do whatever they want. I mean, that's just so trippy to think about.
It's morbid, but.
Real quick fact before we let it go, because I don't want to be spreading misinformation. It says crematoriums ensure correct identification through a strict multi-step process using unique ID numbers and metal tags or bracelets, often combined with visual checks and paperwork verifying at every stage. So they just it's a real tight schedule.
I got you. I hear no. I hear you. But mistakes happen, okay? Mistakes happen. You can't tell me if I bought the same urn that you bought and then we both got our urns together and I come in to pick up my urn and then they say, oh, here you go, Mr. Smith. And they hand me your urn. Same looking urn, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Same looking urn.
I guess.
Y'all don't be hearing me on this show. And I'm a little upset that y'all don't be following me.
Okay. I technically understand what you're saying, I guess. Okay. Moving on. 2 people got arrested in Coweta County for performing illegal makeshift surgeries on cats. We could just start and stop the story right there, to be honest. Because what do you mean?
Yeah, this girl named Sarah Benefield and Cameron Goyard. I can't even read.
Gerard.
Yeah.
One of them.
The case involves them, and the case involves accusations of animal cruelty. Dang.
Cruelty.
Yeah.
It's all right, brother. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right, brother. We
got
got
in the world.
Yellow leather.
All right. Sound it out.
Animal cruelty and
He's done. I got the music. Oh my God.
Go ahead, Lana. Go ahead.
Yeah. One of us has got to right this ship. My gosh. Okay. Yes. We're talking about animal cruelty.
Oh, wait a minute.
All right.
Million, your turn.
All right. So, animal cruelty. I don't even know where we at. 2 women in Coweta County, Georgia. Is that the South? Is that the North?
Coweta is North.
Okay.
Or West.
Were arrested for allegedly performing illegal. All
right.
You know what? You got it, Lana. You got
Listen,
it.
man, it was
illegal.
2 women were illegally performing surgeries on cats, man. They weren't veterinarians at all, and they were doing this inside of their house, by the way. They were doing this inside the crib. So
deputies say that the women neutered 2 male cats inside of a makeshift surgical setting at a house in Noonan, where one of them allegedly lives. And so the procedures were allegedly done inside the house without proper anesthesia for these cats and without legal authorization or veterinary licenses. So they were just performing this on these cats. And The cats needed, of course, emergency treatment after it was all found out by actual licensed veterinarians. They have since fully recovered, so that's great. They're not expected to suffer any permanent injuries, and that's great. But that is a wild thing to think that you're about to do. Oh, we could probably just do this at home.
Yeah. How did they even come up with this idea, though? That's the wildest part. Like,
how did they hold down the cat?
Yeah.
Without anesthesia?
Without anesthesia.
Because cats don't even get in bathwater, let alone let you nip their nips off.
Yeah, true.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Neutered, friends.
Who was the one, like, how did they get this business out, though? I think my whole thing is, how did they get the business out? I got a lot of questions. How did they get the business out? Who was the person that agreed to come over to their crib and say, here's my cat? Like, did they have a sign up at the door? None of this is in here, and I have so many questions. Because this girl got a neck tattoo on her throat. I would never let her touch my animal.
So one of the suspects, according to investigators, was a current employee of a mobile vet clinic. The other was a former employee. So apparently they have, some kind of history with being around veterinary work. And the arrest reports say that the cats also received vaccinations signed off under the clinic's supervising vet. But that vet said, we don't know what you're talking about. So there's a lot going on with this story. It's just the most random thing I've seen in probably a very long time.
Well, it's Coweta County, so.
Coweta, what got going on?
It's like north. It's like 85. South, yeah. It's like 85 south. It's like
Noonan area.
It's like 85 south.
Backwoodsy for sure.
No, this is backwoodsy like a mother.
I knew some people from Noonan. They're good people.
Were they this?
They weren't this.
Oh, okay.
They weren't doing all this.
Because this is different. This is different. This is different. Hey, bro, I done seen some things in my days, like some scams and some makeshift stuff. But this is crazy. I ain't never seen nobody like emulate a veterinary. Y'all remember that one dude? Okay, this is about to take y'all down a little rabbit hole.
Okay.
Y'all remember the black kid that was like pretending to be a doctor?
Yeah.
This was years ago.
No.
You remember the black kid that was pretending to be a doctor?
Yeah.
He was a kid. He was like 18.
A black kid, yeah.
He was like 18. He was pretending to be a doctor.
What about him?
Yo.
I'm going to pull him up. Hold on.
I don't know.
I'm almost there.
I don't
he
know.
was actually performing like what, surgeries or
Bruh.
like doctor's visits?
Doctor's visits.
Health checkups?
Yes.
His name was Dr. Webb.
Dr. Webb.
He was like 25 years old and he was conducting, he was impersonating doctors. Yeah.
This is a big fight. That's a big, like, that's wild. Like, you can't just impersonate. Like, bro, you're doing real surgeries and stuff. Like, that's not something you can just do.
Well,
that's like the person that be doing fake teeth here in Atlanta. He got in trouble, though.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. People
that does happen.
First of all, y'all got to be the dumbest people to keep going to these people. Like, people that do the braces at home and people that being a veterinarian at a house. Like, bro, what?
At the same time, some of these prices are so crazy high. This is bound to show up. People saying, I can just do it at the crib. You know what I mean? Not that it's good. I've actually shown up. Wait, you went to one of these? No. Oh. I've shown up to what I thought was an establishment to get a wax that was literally somebody's house.
Nah, gang.
And I was like, you have to put that on the website. You can't just have people showing up to an apartment complex and think they're going to have...
Where'd you find them at? On like TikTok?
It was by a friend's recommendation. They hadn't been there yet. They just said, my friend, like, she used to work for like a reputable waxer. She has her own thing now.
Okay.
You should go to, and I've been to a couple places kind of like similar in situations. So I'm not saying like, people are not allowed to have their own setup, however they want to be, but you should be upfront about it.
Yeah, my jump was at my house. Yeah. I got
facials. I've had facials same way. People just have it right in the apartment. They're not supposed to because it's a business.
Yeah, it is.
But it's like they just do whatever they want here in Atlanta.
Got to make it happen.
Nah, I mean
hustle.
It's hustling, man. But you messing up people's bodies, dog. Well, this is messing up somebody's cat. If my cat came home and you tried to neuter him and he wasn't neutered, or my cat was like messed up for life after that. Oh, well, I'm not even a cat person, so I mean, to be honest, but
Well, Calvin and Klein, the cats, they're fine.
Calvin and Klein.
And that rhymed. See what I did there?
We saw.
Okay. Wireless days at school. There's a middle school in Coweta County that started Wireless Wednesdays. And that is where they are going back to the basics. No Chromebooks. The teachers don't use their smart boards. And we're just doing it like we used to do it back in the day.
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. Y'all
like that.
Y'all had computers in school and stuff like that, bro.
Early on, we didn't have that though.
What you mean early on?
Like elementary school, we didn't have it.
Oh,
yeah.
my
Elementary
bad.
school, we was lit.
Oh, my bad.
I remember having some of the best times without technology in elementary school.
Hey, guess what? We didn't have technology elementary, middle, and high. Nothing, brother. Bruh, none of that. There was none of that there. We had to go outside. PE was cool. Bruh, I didn't know what getting on a laptop was until like I maybe got to college for real.
Y'all was playing with,
I had a laptop when I was in high school, but I didn't bring it to school, and I barely got on it at the house.
It was the one where they would like assign you a laptop sometimes. Do you ever have a class where like back in the day, like they had so many laptops for the classes?
I told y'all my GPA was 2.5. You think they assigned me a laptop?
That was maybe for the AP students.
Yeah, that wasn't for me. I didn't sign no laptop, girl. No, not at all. Yeah, we didn't have this. I think this is a great idea. I think they need to get back to AR reading. You know what AR reading is?
What is AR reading?
Accelerated reading is where you got to read a book, right? And after you finish the book, you got to get on that computer. You got to take a test to see how much you comprehended about that book. And if you don't pass, you don't pass that grade.
Get on the computer. You
That's
hear the
what
fallacy,
I did.
right?
I did. He said immediately after, get on the computer.
It wasn't no laptop. It wasn't our computer. We had to go to the library, get up out the class, walk down the hall, get in front of a big old computer, sit there, get back up, walk back down the hall. Yeah, brother. Yeah.
You did not have a big old computer.
Yes, we did, bro.
One big old computer.
Bro, I was born. I'm from.
There were,
Yes.
like a couple of, and there were computer labs.
Yeah,
where
dog.
it'd be just, a bunch of computers where,
Yeah, a whole computer
class
lab.
should fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's great because these kids are clearly
Thank you.
like they're just lost at this point. And I do blame the pandemic because I think people moved on who were adults and just kind of thought, that was a weird couple of years. But for those kids who really grew up in that, like they legit did not learn how to socialize.
Nah.
And they learned how to be on screen and how to talk to people on screen. So there's legitimately a whole segment of our population who really doesn't know how to talk to humans.
Yeah.
They literally only know how to talk in chat rooms and with ChatGPT. Like that feels more normal based on how they were raised, which is crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope they have more outside time with this, though. I hope that they're able to go outside more and not just keep them in there and just give them like worksheets and tell them to work on some paper because you can't be on the laptop. Like that's boring. The issue with kids nowadays is that they're too bored.
Correct.
There's not enough hands-on things that they can be interacting with. That's why they're going through all these different things. They have to stimulate their mind constantly. That's what social media does. That's what the internet does. Yeah, I love this. This is genius.
These video games have also figured it out where they just know how to keep them on for endless periods of time.
100%.
It's all brain rot. And I feel like such an old fuddy-duddy, just like adults saying this stuff because that's what the adults used to say about us. We're just playing video games and it's like, you guys just don't get it. But now it's like, as an adult, you're like, oh, you really are like ruining your young life. Because when you think about how smart kids are, you know how you have like babies, like 1-2-year-olds learning Spanish and English or Korean and English or whatever language in English at the same time because their brains are so just like spongy at that point. They soak up you could really make a super baby. At the time that we're goo gagaing them and treating them like they're just like idiots, they probably have more capacity to learn, in my humble opinion. I'm not a doctor, but they probably have more capacity to learn than most adults just based on what they're able to like soak in at the time. While we're giving them Roblox or giving them whatever video game to stop bothering me, they could be like a chef or like a soccer player or like literally anything at that age.
Yeah, I think this is a great idea. I really think this is a great idea. I think we need to go back to textbooks. Ain't enough.
Do they not do textbooks?
Ain't enough let me finish. Ain't enough textbooks out there. I need for somebody. I need for y'all to feel the pain of having your book bag way all the way back like this. I need for y'all to feel that. You don't understand that.
Wait, are there not?
I don't think they got any textbooks no more. Everything is on the computer.
I'm just saying, bro. that's the thing that still messed y'all up. It messed y'all up somehow.
Wait, that's real?
way.
No, it didn't mess me up.
You didn't have textbooks?
I'm a great.
I mean, we had laptops and iPads at points in times, but we did have like maybe one textbook.
One textbook. Lana, we had a book bag. You can hit somebody in the face with that book bag and knock them out.
You can topple over.
Yeah, bro. That's how many textbooks we had, bro.
But what I'm saying is, regardless, that wasn't gonna fix it. Putting them in front of textbooks isn't gonna fix it. Kids are bored with the learning system. You put them in front of a laptop, they're still bored with the laptop.
Yeah,
I feel you.
It's a separate issue for sure.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
I feel you.
That's why these kids are soft.
Yeah, because they ain't never had to carry no books.
I knew they were soft when they took the wood chips out of playgrounds.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean? They put that soft
rubbery stuff. Yeah, we don't want you to hurt your
stakes,
knees.
Exactly, stakes to all the swing set activity.
Yeah,
you know, you could literally end up scarred and bleeding based off. Did you have? You just
that
had the
sounds so
turf.
fun.
Yeah, it does.
Get scarred and bleeding.
It sounds fun.
Yeah.
It just builds character.
It builds character.
You had the turf.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I did have the turf. Okay. All right, cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We went to school looking so snappy, and then you come home looking like Braveheart. Look like you just got in a fight, bro.
Crazy.
Oh man, well that does it for us, and we don't have a secret half show. I was supposed to say we got an Atlanta option next, so my bad. But this really actually is the end of the show, so we are really happy that you were with us for our very first live episode. Let's go, guys! You did a wonderful job. I'm so proud.
Thank you,
thank you,
Lana. You did amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Very funny. Very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
So again, we are going to be live every day, weekdays at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We have a national hour first, Atlanta hour second, and we hope that you can join us for this ride. We will see you tomorrow.
Peace.